I'm Michael, I'm 23 years old and I'm from Doncaster.
I'm Ryan, I'm 23 as well and I'm from Doncaster.
I found out about trading through Ryan.
I just stumbled across his F12 on a post once. I just don't see an N-Largo kit on an F12 often, so following through that, I finally decided to take Seb's course and just see what the actual legit sort of side of trading is.
If you like that, then I know that a stronger move.
It's full of everything you need to know, and all the guys here are just so helpful. It's just an amazing environment. Just the environment itself is second to none, so it's definitely worth taking 100% if you want to take your trading to the next level.
You can ask any questions, they literally give you the straight up answer. They just tell you how it is and being honest, just saying if you're fucking up, where you're fucking up. Sometimes when you're at home you're thinking, is this going to work, am I doing this right, etc. But when obviously you're here and then everything that they're doing is what you're doing, it just gives you that, oh, I am doing it right.
To the course, I'd be like, do a £500 account, see where you get. I wouldn't say I was properly risk manager at the time. It's just one of those things you learn. From the course in November to January, £500 to 1,500 quid, and then the first like realization of like how brutal the markets can be, I got hit by a GJ on the flash crash, and it just wiped the full account. So that 3 months of like grafting, thinking, yeah, I've got this, like thinking, oh, if I can keep like doubling my account every month, this time next year I'm gonna have so much money in this account. And I just got hit by the flash crash, and it made me realize like, okay, so your risk is wrong. Your setups are working, but it's just your risk, and risk is everything in trading. You need to know what you need to risk and what you can afford to risk on that trade. Whereas that night I didn't, and I lost the full account.
You learn what not to do.
Yeah, 100%.
So we're looking at your losses today. 2 losses, 2 wins, 1 B.
Yes.
Okay. How are you finding the new journal spreadsheet?
It's good. It's a good way to be able to track confluences. Why, like reasoning why I took the trade at the time, because how many times have you had a trade where it maybe happened like 2 weeks ago and you're like, oh shit, I can't remember why I took it or why I closed it off.
Well, that's the issue we had when we were reviewing trades and you didn't have a journal.
Yes, because we forgot.
Yeah,
I forgot why.
I'd ask you, why'd you take it? And you go like, no, I don't know. So then it's not good enough.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have taken that trade if you don't know.
So I've been including cancelled trades due to the fact that you're mainly using this as like data gathering for the actual pair and the confluences with these pairs. Mm-hmm. So
are these cancelled also potentially because it was Friday and you didn't want them to be on FTMO over the weekend?
Yes, that's the only reason they were cancelled. Otherwise, I'd just left them.
You left them, and they all did pips.
80, like 200 pips. So this one was AUD CAD. It was a weekly key level and EMA, 100 EMA on the weekly.
Okay.
So with it being a weekly setup, it probably would have been something I should have kept. So it was there.
That first week, okay. So you're on the weekly, so drop it down to daily. Let's see what happened.
So that was a Friday that I probably cancelled it and didn't put it back on for the Monday, and it happened at opening, so.
Sunday open?
Yes.
That's a shame. So drop it down to like 15 minutes. Did it happen too quick to even get in?
Probably.
Yeah, bang on open. So you wouldn't have had time to set the pending again?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's unfortunate, but your trades more and more.
Yeah, it is. It's good to go though. That journal's like mega.
Yeah, see the way that journal set up is sick.
So what happened in this trade? What did you do in this trade?
Well, nothing.
You placed your pending in correctly to your analysis.
That line is where the pending was set.
Yeah, so you got intraday wick, zone of interest.
Mm-hmm.
Within your zone of interest, you've got your 50 fib.
Yeah.
Okay. And you placed your pending above your 50
slightly above the 50 fib. Yeah.
But your first confluence is that intra-week wick, and your second confluence is the 50 fib. So there's 2 confluences there, and you've placed your pending above that. So, and how big is the zone? How big is the zone?
Actual
yeah.
pending?
The zone of interest, how big is it?
7 pips.
7 pips. It's such a tight zone.
Yeah.
And how big is your stop loss on the trade?
30 pips.
You had 30 pips. So even if you went on the first confluence at the beginning, your zone of interest, all your confluences are well within that 30 pips.
There's definitely.
Yeah. So you could have taken the trade, and you would have.
It'd have been no worries.
No problem at all. Yeah.
It would have worked.
And you would have made money.
Twice.
Yeah.
So technically, it could have been
You
60
placed
pips.
your pending incorrectly to your analysis. That's what happened there.
Yeah. Or if I just left it, but that is just even more riskier.
Yeah. Second time around, it's going to be risky.
It did work.
But you couldn't take it. You didn't take
I
it.
already cancelled it.
Yeah, you cancelled it. That's the thing.
I mean,
You
like
cancelled it because you missed it.
Yes. I mean, that's done.
Michael kind of keeps Ryan in check, which is a unique dynamic, really. Michael's very methodical. They're a duo, for sure, definitely.
How did you get introduced to each other?
I made him cool.
I made him cool. Met through school, and we've just always been mates since. It's just one of them things. It's like one of those childhood mates where you've just known them that long, you just know they're gonna be mates for life.
It's like when you're in a group of friends, like how good is it if one person you can sit in a private jet or something, but everyone else is on economy, or you're in first class and everyone else is in economy. It's not gonna be fun in first class anymore, is it?
Yeah.
But you don't want to be in economy either.
No. The mates that have got drive of ours, we always try and spend as much time with them because collectively, like, our knowledge is crazy.
We created a group which is refined to the people that have drive, and the other people, just still stay friends with them, but you want to surround yourself with the people that are like-minded.
And that's what this place is good for.
Where are we going, Nima?
Nando's, mate. Well, you can't handle the sauce, mate.
Let me know.
We're riding economical, you get me? We don't waste no money. It's got power mode as well, look at that. What's my caddy? There's an airplane about to take off. Umar, initially I did the course back in 2019. I think it's just firstly studying what you're doing, putting your research into it, obviously finding your way into the markets the right way. First week on the floor starting Monday. It's been pretty good. Everyone's supportive around here.
The G-Wagon.
Look like gangsters.
Did you expect when you joined before to be doing stuff like that?
To be honest, yeah, because obviously I've seen season 1 and I was like, yeah, we're gonna be making shit lit, yeah. The good thing is that we're all kind of like-minded, so people are like-minded, you know. It's just everyone's pushing each other to do their best, and that's what I really like about this place. Everyone's here supporting you and always just pushing you to do your best. I spoke to Kelvin, he's like, find a hobby apart from just trading, find something that you love doing. And it just lightens your mood up as well. You like doing something fun and you go do it, you feel good afterwards.
So what's your main goal?
It's just getting fully funded, working on a few business ideas that I have. We're here to hustle and that's what I'm here to do.
In typical life, people don't want to see you do well. People want to see you fail. Warehouse ready for the car transportation to take these casted cards and charts. An undisclosed location about an hour away.
Ryan has always expressed that he loves the GTR. He'd want to get a GTR one day. It was nice to be able to hand him the keys and say, okay, you can drive the GTR to the location where we're transporting all the vehicles from. The car needed to be fueled up, and I told him we're going to fuel the GTR, we're going to fuel a couple of the other cars. I'll sort it all out, but we're going to go and do it together. So he went and paid for the fuel of the GTR himself. It shows his heart's in the right place.
It all started, to be fair, when he got his Ferrari and we went out for a few drinks afterwards. So I said to him, if there's anything you need any help with, like business-wise or anything, so I'm more than happy to help and stuff. So I built a really good relationship with Pard.
He only drove the car recently. To build it up to the responsibility of driving a car is big in that respect. I don't let anybody drive the cars. He earned it.
Well, you're getting paid a lot of money, like, what, 40k a year before? You could have put money down for an R8 or something. You could drive around in an R8, being on 40k a year, but your finance up to your neck.
Yeah. I
just had the wrong mindset when it came to cars. Like, first car I got, Seat Ibiza, spent £2,300 on insurance, just because I wanted to drive it that day. I've just passed my test. That's with a black box. And then, because I had some speeding points, I really didn't want to spend £3 grand on insurance. So just because I had a stupid mindset of buying cars, I put 3k down on a deposit for a Mercedes. Where's the logic there? For it to sit on the drive, I mean, £350 for a nice car to sit on the drive and never drive. There's no sense in it.
I think we were just pretty much like, back then we weren't trading, we were just going to work, getting our wage at the end of the week, and just trying to, we're just living really. We're just spending money aimlessly, doing what we wanted when we wanted. At the time I had an A5 diesel and I was looking at getting an RS5. I was looking at spending 700 quid a month of my wage to have a nice car for no reason. Looking back now, like, it wasn't the smart thing to do. I got the car because I thought I can afford the car now, but realistically I couldn't afford the car, you know what I mean? Like, spending a quarter of my wage on insurance and a car just to drive around it and think that I've made it, which is what I did at the time. Like, it's just not me now. Like, I've learnt now. I drive a 2004 Golf to get myself from home to here every day, and that's more important than working 5 days a week somewhere I don't want to be to pay for a car that sits on the drive at home. I prefer it so much better off now. So I'm glad I've done it and got that out of my system.
The point where I actually left a full-time job and you went full-time trading currency, that's when reality hits, when you're by yourself, you got no other income. And that's when it's like, well, my mindset is wrong. I've built up all this debt and nothing to pay for it anymore. So I went through a time where I had no money coming in, and then with all the pressure from no income and stuff like that, that's when you start suffering a bit with trading. That's why I'm sure Seb says it in the start of his book or his courses. You shouldn't trade with money you can't afford to lose. It's probably a big issue, and probably why a lot of people get involved with it and then lose the money and then never do it.
Yeah, I think people want to trade because they haven't got much money and they want to make money, but then they're trading with money they can't afford to lose, and then they never make it, and then they lose, and then they just don't want to do it again because they've had that hurt that they just don't make money from it. Whereas if they had a different mindset or if they had money that they could afford to lose, they might have completely been a different trader. So.
Or even when you put yourself in that situation, most people would be like, oh, I can't afford this. Or you look at it as, how can I afford this? And you do what you have to do to make ends meet, even if you don't have the income coming in.
What is your current status, single, in a relationship?
I'm doing okay. You don't need to be involved in people's personal lives too much. You don't need it. I don't want other people getting involved.
Okay, just cut his out. I'm single.
I'd do it myself.
Bleep it out.
No, you don't bleep it out. You can't put the whole thing in. You're not understanding, but it's like the conversation we talked about with businesses and stuff like that. You're laughing, but I'm being serious.
I know you're being serious. That's what's the worst thing about it. I've got a dog called Rocco. They can bleep it out.
Yeah, but you're making it public for me.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not. Oh! Fucking hell.
You just need to stop being a simp.
There's one of your interview, when after your interview they came out and something had been said, and Buzz sat down. So Ryan, who senses anything, when I sat with him and just started probbing him, before you know it, we've got him, and about an hour we were just on him, and he rose through all the bait. It was great.
Smile.
Definitely some tension there, isn't it?
Oh, he's fuming.
You know what I mean? I don't need someone else answering questions of my life. You carried on talking.
Oh, well, I didn't mean to.
I was like trying to be cocky, saying, I don't mind. Look, my mum's called Amanda, my sister's called Melissa.
Michael knows it's going to happen. Sometimes, but he'll bite first and then realise he's bitten. It's too late then, we got him by then.
No one gives a shit what you like or what you care about. The point is me.
Yeah, they're arguing there.
Now, handbags are done.
There's no need.
Sad. Oh, I'm sad.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to give him a hug.
No, much worse. Then he would smack me. I was just asked to do a dance.
When you're trying to eat and stuff like that, and you got this cunt telling you to dance in front of you, just leave me alone. Man.
He always gets irate for no reason. That's just, it's not Michael. The buzz thing is to get irate for no reason. That's just him. Wind him up even more and more and more and more for everyone's entertainment. Everyone can join in and just piss him off because he won't just laugh it off. He will just get pissed off at everyone just for the sake of it.
Michael's got a very, very dry sense of humour. He's the same with everyone, and I think he'll talk to someone and I think, oh, I wonder if they think he's being short, but he's not. He's just being him. He just says it as it is and doesn't care.
Are you on the phone, Michael?
Yeah, hold on. Hello?
I wouldn't even be able to explain how funny it was.
Sort of involved.
But so we had this letter. He was like walking around as if it was like
I can't remember the letter.
a scam.
You did show me some.
It was like from Merseyside Police, and he was like, "There's a couple of grammatical errors in the letter." So he was like, "It's got to be a scam. It's got to be a scam." And then John looked at the letter. He said, "Have you ever been to this road by Everton's football ground?" And then he was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, that fucking expression he does.
I have been there, and I witnessed an accident there, and the letter was about some girl getting compensation for an accident. And he was just like, "Oh yeah, and an accident. Oh, maybe it is real."
He said, right, you need to phone Merseyside Police then and just check. So he gets the letter to phone off the letter. So the scammer would write the number on the letter. Just fucking Google it, Merseyside Police number, and then you know. Oh yeah, what the fuck's how bad to is this? And his only complaint was he replied to it, but he hadn't put a self-addressed envelope in.
Prepaid envelope.
So he's not paying for the stamp himself. So that's what it was all about, and he was phoning it. So they sent him a fucking stamp now.
Now you know what I have to deal with on a daily basis.
To be fair though, you just have the easy side of it. Hard gets you hard, isn't it?
Fundamentally, we are a group of traders. That's what we do day in, day out, and we live and breathe it every single day. The floor has become way more than that. It's the relationships, it's the friendships, it's that community feel. We're working together for everyone to succeed.
It's crazy because everyone's a group. We're all together. We could all sit with each other. We could all go for a beer together. I'm really happy to be part of it. Yeah, it's definitely family.
I took the opportunity of being on the floor and being around all these like-minded people. You've got to be appreciative of it because this does not happen ever. In the last 6 months, my life's completely changed. These guys have got the entrepreneurial mindset. This is the people you want to be around. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. That's the way I see it. La familia.
My name's Rich. I trade 30 pairs. I worked at Land Rover, a Mercedes Formula One.
So would you say in a way it was similar to the military in terms of that you thought that you were ready for it, but then it broke you down?
Thank you for watching our video.
Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.